What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this newest video for January 2021 and exploring deep inside of the astrology upcoming in this next month. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's an honor to have you here on my channel, The Science of the Soul and Stars. If you're new here, we do weekly and daily horoscope updates for your sign in love and in life because we believe love is the greatest catalyst to growth and transformation and helping you know and step into your soul purpose here on earth. So welcome. If you want to join the mission and the cause and the soul family, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. We'd love to have you as part of the family, and hitting that like button helps this channel video grow so we can guide more people. So welcome. Before we get into it, our mission here at the Science of the Soul and Stars, if you are new, is to empower 10,000 light workers to step into their true spiritual purpose and their gifts here on earth via the vehicles, of course, of love, but also tangibly astrology and the tarot, and learning how to utilize those tools and vehicles, the ancient practices in the modern age, to get clarity on why you're here, what you're here to do, and your greatest possible potential. Okay? And to make a great living while doing it. So that's the mission. In order to fulfill that mission, we have a couple things going on. We do have a Patreon page, description box below. You can find that, where we actually week by week go over how to read your astrology chart step by step, as well as the tarot. Okay, my unique methods of channeling and interpreting the tarot for you to start to learn to read for yourself as well as for others. And the third thing that we're doing here is empowering light workers to actually create a spiritual-based business and to monetize that business so they can make a living while doing what they love the most, and empowering as many people as possible. So check out the Patreon page in the description box below. Also, last announcement here is early January 2021, I have created a exclusive Zoom mastermind group. Okay, spots are limited for this. Not sure how many, maybe 10, maybe 20 people at most. But a exclusive group of light workers, or just people who are passionate, who want to take their passion online through YouTube and to learn how to monetize it and get their first 1,000 subscribers and their first $1,000 in the first 90 days of their business. Okay, so we're going to be taking you week by week, meeting every single week with myself, leading the group, as well as a group of like-minded people who are here to monetize and learn how to live off of their spiritual-based passion or business so they can help empower the world. Okay, so if you want details on that, or to be, possibly get a spot, shoot me an email at brandon.tobias888@gmail.com, and we will talk from there. Okay. All right, so let's get into the point of today's video. After all that rambling, today we're going to be talking about the astrology of January 2021. Okay, so what are the energies that January holds for us? What are the key things we need to know? What are the key lessons and insights that we can derive from January 2021 that will help us in our journey? And when those events and when those energies come through, we'll know, we'll be aware of what's happening so we can make the best decision. That's the point of today's video, to give you guidance specifically on how to handle the upcoming lessons, themes, and energies coming into your life through the astrology and collectively, so you can make the best possible decisions and choices for your long-term future. Okay? So let's go ahead and get right into it. What we're going to do is we are going to first start off with the very beginnings of astrology. Okay, so of January 2021. We're then going to go to a middle point, see any major alignments, and then a last point, and really dive deep into that. So that we can all understand and be on the same page. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right. So here we go. So here is January 1st, 2021 with the astrology. And what I'm going to do is check out some of the major alignments. Of course, we just had a full moon in Cancer on the 29th of December, which was, yesterday. So that was exciting. So full moons in Cancer here. So the moon is Cancer's ruling planet. So it was a very powerful full moon in and of itself. But really here it was, let me just take us back here for a second, because I feel like we can't move forward until we talk about what just happened. Kind of integrate everything that just happened on the 29th here. So I'm going to move us to, as precisely as I can, there we go, the full moon, December 29th, around 5:55 p.m., interestingly, around there. Here it is. So the sun in Capricorn, the moon in Cancer, and the moon is conjunct the earth here, so that's Yeah, that's very powerful in and of itself. With the sun here in Capricorn, conjunct Mercury, and then the south node in Venus here making an opposition, of course, the north node, and then Uranus and Lilith here with the trine from Chiron to Juno. So really, this does have to do with relationships, one, because Venus here conjunct the south node. Any past life karmic relationships or relationship issues or relationship energies from a past life that needed to be cleared up. I feel this was a big culmination and a turning point within those events, within your dominant, primary, potentially romantic relationships here. In Sagittarius, it's about really coming to terms with different belief systems in and through relationships, and maybe coming to a little bit of a head or a decision when it comes to whether or not you are choosing to move forward with a certain belief system or with a certain way of being when it comes to your relationships and the way you want to be within them, okay? So it's super interesting. I think hopefully you guys can see this, but we have a couple angel numbers showing up in the astrology, which is just wild to me. But if we look at this, the IC is sextile 222, okay, 2 degrees, 22 minutes to Pluto. And the MC is trine 222 to Pluto as well. How amazing is that? That is pretty darn incredible. Okay. And I always got to speak to the angel messages when they show up, because they show up a lot for me, especially when we're doing this. And I also saw 333 on the OBS recording. So I want you guys to know that it's a really important time to trust what's happening in and around relationships first and foremost. All right, there's there's a need to trust that even though things might have come to a final conclusion or culmination or decision might have needed to have been made, and a finishing of a cycle that probably had a lot of karmic implications when it comes to your life and your relationship life, there's a really strong need and desire, or not a desire, but for me to tell you to trust in that. Trust in whatever happened or what is happening right now. I don't feel, for those of you listening that have gone through something like that, that it's necessarily all is lost. I don't feel that way. In fact, I feel it was the most necessary step for you to take and do for things to get better and to escalate in your relationship life that would never have been able to escalate should this period, this time, have been able to culminate. So I want you guys to really feel into this, and it's really not about being bothered at this time with whatever happened, whatever implications happened, whatever cycle needed to finish, okay? Particularly if you're showing up as the divine feminine in a connection, there's no need to worry excessively about the implications of what happened. It was a necessary move, probably a tough culmination, right? Probably a butting of heads when it comes to belief systems, but a massive healing that took place in order to make way for a true long-term relationship to formulate for yourself in your life, either with this person that you've been involved with karmically, okay, if you're in a divine union, or with someone new. So it's clearing space for that. All right. But I did see, honestly, I did see 333 when I first started the OBS recording, right as I started speaking. And so I knew, and 333 is for me, it's an angel number of I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I haven't left you. I'm still with you, right? And I smiled because I go, gosh, darn it. Like, it's not done and it hasn't let go. Even if you or someone here had to walk away, it was a culmination of a massive cycle that needed to be finished, but it hasn't fully let go, if that makes sense. And I don't know why, that's what I felt called to channel today, here, now, particularly seeing the 222s and the 333. To me, that's having trust and faith in the unknown, in the divine, in relationships. And 333 tells me that it's a number of, from a divine level, I haven't left you, right? I haven't left you. I haven't split from you fully. So anyways, I'm being called to channel here in the moment. Didn't expect for any of this to happen. For you guys to not worry about it, to feel good and safe and proper and excited and just in the moment and free and in your power. and just let it be. Just let it be. Just let it go. You let it go as fully as you can and do what you need to do right now. Okay? So anyways, that needed to come out from the full moon here. I know there's been a lot of, the collective, that's kind of what I am, tapped into here. And it just, from what I've seen, there's been a lot of endings, separations, culminations, final say, like all these types of things, right? So anyways, I just wanted to say that here. Anywho, right, the moon on Earth conjunct here. So particularly for the Divine Feminine here, this is about finding stability here on Earth, finding your purpose here on Earth, and doing the things you need to do action-wise here on the planet on a grounded level, in a grounded way. Okay? Very much so with the Earth. So it's the beginning period of that. It's the beginning period of really starting to realize and to take action, much necessary action towards your earthly purpose that you are here to do. Okay? And in a grounded way. Right? When anything's conjunct the Earth, it's really about making action or taking action on, like, I just keep seeing like walking forward with actual steps, physical steps on the Earth, right? Like in a real way. Not in like a metaphysical way or like an intuitive way or like in an energetic way, like a physical way, right? Earth is obviously very physical. So it's the ending of things that were preventing you when it comes to maybe love or relationships that in order to be able to walk forward and to start to pursue that earthly purpose. This is exactly what's being channeled to me right now. So, and then, of course, Lilith conjunct Uranus here in Taurus. Uranus still in retrograde. Okay, making a trine over here to the Sun and making a square over here to Jupiter. All right. So, yeah, it's about freedom. It's about being in and feeling a sense of freedom when it comes to your own energy, your own mission, your own destiny, right? And taking control of your own destiny and beginning to kind of open up to who you are on a more wild, primal level, right? And beginning to unleash the feelings of that, of really who you are and really wanting to come out and be everything that you can be, okay? And really not take anyone else's BS or limitations when it comes to who maybe they think you are or wants to put you in as or label you as. Like, it's just like about expressing that freedom of who you truly are and what you're here to do, okay, and stepping into that on Earth. So very, very, very interesting. A lot of power dynamics here coming to a culmination. And for some of us, right, the ability to take back your power with Mars here square all of these planets with the vertex point, Pluto, okay, Saturn. It's a destined moment for sure. It was a destined moment in and around relationships, in and around power dynamics, in and around learning to take back your power and to feel that power, and a profound healing, okay, with Chiron, trine, Juno, okay, when it comes to clearing space for a true long-term relationship and partnership to formulate. Okay? Wow, that was a lot. I just realized, holy cow, I was not showing the chart at all at this moment. Holy cow. Let me just show you guys the chart. You guys are probably like, what the heck are you talking about? Oh, goodness. Still learning, guys. Still learning to get everything in order for myself in an earthly way. Okay. Also, hopefully you guys just enjoyed watching me speak into the microphone. I swear. Oh. So here's the 222 here. All right. With IC conjunct Pluto and the MC conjunct Pluto here as well. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this now. Let me just double check because I get a little paranoid that yeah, okay. So we're all on the same page now. You guys can see this. All right. MC trine Pluto here, 222, and IC sextile Pluto here, 222. So, so interesting, guys, with the astrology. And then I was just pointing out Moon conjunct the Earth here in Cancer. Okay, this is the exact time and date of the full moon. All these planets in Capricorn. Juno trine Chiron here. Venus conjunct the South Node. And Lilith conjunct Uranus here in Taurus. Okay, so again, everything I just said, but now you guys can actually see how this is playing out with the chart itself. Apologies for not having it up during that whole explanation. I thought it was showing. All right. So let's go ahead and move on into January. So that's what culminated. That's where we're all coming from. That is, it's important to have a foundation of what's happened so we know where we're going and so we can put it into context. So January 1st here, the beginning of the new year. All right. What do we got? Well, we start out here with the moon in Leo, trine the south node and Venus. All right. So an energy definitely of wanting to come out and play, wanting to be seen, wanting to express, wanting to be expressed, okay, and wanting to shine quite brightly. We also have a sextile from the moon over to the north node. Okay, so there is this energy here that's wanting to propel us forward into strongly and without fear, without doubt, expressing ourselves and our truth to the world, okay, in a way that's, authentic and fun and creative and playful almost, okay? Now this, interestingly, right, with the trine over the south node and Venus, helps out when it comes to relationships, or it's the next step to take, okay, if you guys are wondering about that. So, right, the next step to propel all of us forward is expressing who we really are, expressing our truth, and kind of just being authentically out there, right, and going all into whatever it is you want to do here on Earth. That's the next steps here that I'm feeling and I can see here in the astrology as to where to go, what to do. All right. We've still got Lilith conjunct Uranus, of course. Chiron's still making that trine. So not too much has changed since that full moon. It's very similar energies here. I'm trying to see if there's anything that shifted here. But yeah, I mean, it's really January 1st, the new year. It's going to be about feeling into how and in what area in your life, and you can think about this now, how and what area in your life would you feel called to express yourself creatively to the world in a way that is authentic, truly empowering, and that shows the world who you really are, okay, so that you can be seen and heard, okay, and feel that fulfillment through the expression. Now we've also got Earth still in Cancer, trine Ceres here in Pisces. And Ceres making a loose conjunction to Neptune. Yeah, and Ceres here is a really feminine, nurturing, it's kind of like a mothering, it is related to Cancer in a lot of ways as an asteroid here. So a lot of this has to do, there's two themes here that are happening on the 1st of January. And I always like to look at the themes of the first day of the month to kind of sets the theme of everything else ahead of the month. And so the theme here is, paying attention to yourself and learning to appreciate yourself, learning to love and appreciate yourself and who you are here on Earth and how you show up here on Earth as well. Okay? But it's also about, in a lot of ways, kind of finding out through the utilization of intuition how you can take those practical steps to move forward in a way that's beneficial for the Earth itself as well. So this is kind of like what I'm getting is like a grand vision here of what you can do, how you can ride forward and utilize your intuition to do things and to impact things, right? Because Ceres in Pisces with Neptune conjunct and then trying the Earth in Cancer, it's a very grounded alignment, but it's also at the same time weirdly esoteric and intuitive. And so it's like we're getting these downloads, getting these intuitive vibes as to how we're going to be able to move forward, what to do. And so what I would say here is just when it comes to what you want to do, what you have to do, or what you get to do on Earth to move forward and to express yourself, utilize your intuition. Allow your intuition in the moment to guide those next steps for you as you move forward and take it step by step. And don't allow any fear, confusion, or hesitancy to hold you back from that, right? Because right now, again, we're really in alignment here, especially on the 1st. We're going to be really strong in alignment with our intuition telling us what the Earth needs now the most in order to receive from you that will reciprocate in the best manner in terms of your life, in terms of wealth and abundance, in terms of stability. And so what it's sending you, what it's showing you, is highly, highly in tune, okay? And it's also a really good time to get in touch with the earth as well, like physically get in touch with the earth, I would say. It's funny, I just came from a run or a walk because my legs are super sore because I've been running every day trying to ground myself and all these things. But running is a really good way to ground yourself, by the way. It helps me so much when I'm stuck in my head and lost and in dreamland. So anyways, running's good. But if you can find some water nearby or the beach or a lake and just go take off your shoes and socks and ground and meditate by the beach, in the beach, on the ground, oh my gosh, and just sit there and close your eyes and just ask for guidance, ask for next steps. Oh my, I got such clear answers. It was crazy. And now I feel much more kind of in tune, right, with the frequency of what needs to be expressed in this moment to you guys, to me, to the world. So really good, would be a really good action there as well to take. Okay, so let's move forward here. And I'm going to find and just kind of stop when we see something when I see something. You guys, unfortunately, this isn't live. But when I see something that's significant here, I'll stop and talk about it. Because this is, you can see here, there's a lot of, the alignments are really staying pretty similar for most of the month. It's the themes are kind of set, I'm feeling a little bit. We can watch the moon here. So on the 6th here, we have the moon hitting an opposition, rough opposition with Mars. Okay, nothing too crazy. Still got Chiron trine there. There we go. So on the 7th, the 6th and 7th will be significant little breaker points here. Moon and Scorpio opposite Lilith and Uranus. So this is definitely an emotional opposition to wanting to fully transform into your wildest, freest, and most empowered self. There might be a feeling or a need of practical needs, practicality. As well as kind of that emotional next step. Like what I'm feeling is it's going to be this urge to want to take the next step, but a hesitancy to be sure that it is the time or that it's right, that it's okay, that you're going to be safe, all these things, that you're going to be protected, that you're going to be, cared for, nurtured. It's kind of this full breaking open of what's been holding you back. Right, from moving forward with your own authentic self. On the 7th here, Moon and Scorpio. This is total opportunity here for breaking free and open from a shell of your old self that is limiting you or has limited you from fully, freely expressing who and what you are to and for the world. Okay, so if there's any fear of judgment, fear of other people thinking they'll think something of you, or just not being seen in the best light, this is where it's a breaking free action of that. So you can see here with this is a tough, not the most harmonious day here, the 7th. Lilith conjunct Uranus, all these squares here to the vertex, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury. There's going to be an opposition here between, again, kind of the status quo or what you feel is needed or normal versus what you really are. And then it's going to be like a challenge to you as to are you going to conform to the status quo and what's really you thought you needed to be, or are you going to break free of it and open really up to the next level of who you are deeper inside? And you have a choice here. There is a choice I can feel that's going to need to be made here, because otherwise it'll be more conformity, okay, to what things are trying to keep, I think, people limited from being who they really are, expressing what they really want in life. Okay. We've got a nice little trine here from Venus to Mars as well. Okay, so that's good news when it comes to relationships. So it's not a major focus here at this time, for sure. It's more so on the self at this time, definitely with these alignments. However, that is a nice alignment there. It's from Sagittarius to Mars and Taurus. There might be some recognition here is what I'm feeling of the value of the other point of view. Okay, because what I'm getting here is this is the current masculine energy in Taurus, so that's a very grounded, practical, level-headed kind of energy that's kind of stubborn or not willing to open up or to change or to do anything. And Venus here in Sagittarius, which can be representative of the divine feminine in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, of course, is, flying to greater heights, optimistic, right? Wanting to continue to be on that adventure and to open up and to learn and to expand and grow and have a rich life, right? So, but they need each other, okay? Taurus and Sagittarius here are very complementary. And then we have Venus and Mars. So a little bit of maybe some change in perspective when it comes to the dynamic or perspective that the opposite energy of you has, okay? If you're in the feminine, you'll see more so of the masculine energy, and then the masculine will see more of the feminine's point of view here, which is good. I think this is all about, again, January is going to be, I feel, just a lot of healing when it comes to love and relationships, when it comes to dynamics within relationships, freeing up more space for a long-term partnership to formulate itself, okay, when the time comes. We've also got, again, still Chiron trine Juno here, almost exact. So, yeah, I mean, good stuff here. Good healing, perspective shifts, changes when it comes to masculine and feminine relationship compatibilities, all coming after this huge ending or this huge culmination of karmic dynamics. So, good stuff here. I mean, harmonious stuff at a good flow here in January starting off. All right, let's continue onward. Let me just check time so we don't go super crazy long. We're already at 30 minutes. That's crazy. I'm having you don't notice time when you're having a blast, right? All right. So, let's keep on moving forward. Oh, wow. Okay. So, look at this. So, and then January 9th, we have the moon conjunct Juno, and not technically making a conjunction to South Node, but close by. So, interesting. Okay, so there might be a little bit of an emotional recognition or a realization or an epiphany. I'm hearing the word epiphany when it comes to who or the potential of a long-term partner in your life here with Juno. All right, that's what I'm hearing. And again, it's trying to Chiron, so there might be a healing here emotionally that allows you to really see and feel the potential when it comes to another person in your life that could be your person. It's kind of coming in really quickly here from what I can see on January the 9th. So that's exciting. I feel that the feeling of excitement when it comes to that, which is really cool. We've got plot of fortune in Libra here. Wow. Trine North Node. Gosh. Yeah, I'm just going to have to accept this because this was meant to be a general reading, but it does appear to be very much about still focused on love and relationships when it comes to astrology. Plot of fortune here. Plot of fortune represents generally, but in your own chart as well, how you make your fortune, right? Or what allows you to make your fortune. Literally money and abundance, right? Your wildest dreams come true when it comes to your fortune. Here it's in Libra. All right, so the energy of partnerships when it comes to your Wheel of Fortune. Interestingly, I kept getting the Wheel of Fortune in my own personal reads when it comes to relationships. So it makes sense here that relationships are the thing that will drive us forward, or gathering, okay, for the sake of being able to provide or be within relationships our own destined plot of fortune or Wheel of Fortune or abundance, helping us to move forward both in life, in destiny, but also in wealth, okay? So there's that energy here, right, of money and love, okay, abundance and relationships. These kind of energies are intermingling together with our destinies to help us move forward and to really co-create a future that we really dream and desire. And so, what's happening here too, I'm just feeling or channeling is just a balancing of the need for love and relationship versus the need for abundance and wealth, right? And making sure that those two are in balance. And if there was one energy that was too into love or relationship and not enough into this, it's switching over, and the vice versa is true as well. So think about in your life kind of which one has been overbalanced. If you've been way too much into love or relationship and you need to focus on your own wealth and abundance, it's going to switch here. And it's showing that. If the opposite's true, or your partner, okay, then that will also take place. There'll be a balancing of that act, okay? It doesn't mean disconnect from love. It means that take your focus and energy away from love in order to balance it out with wealth, abundance, and finances and your own fortune, okay? Because there needs to be a balance. And it makes sense because if you watch the Twin Flame Collective reading, the feminine here is learning to balance. The feminine energy is learning to be more stable, right? And this is crazy. She literally had the Wheel of Fortune in the middle of her spread, if you look at that reading. So it makes so much sense that the feminine's been so focused on love, so focused on her person, so focused on this relationship, that events have forced her to say, no, you got to go do what you're here to do. And the opposite may be true for the masculine. So anyways, that's just more channel messages coming through for this astrology on the January 9th moving forward. And then, so Juno conjunct the moon here, as we talked about, and Chiron here. So a big healing, change of perspective, and a balancing act taking place. That's, I feel, very, very, very harmonious. We've also got Mercury conjunct Saturn in Aquarius at 2 degrees here. You can see another 2, right, row of 2s here. 2, 2, 2, 2. So they're everywhere. And 2s are the energy of partnerships. Okay. 20, 24, 2, 2. So it's here. It's very on 3, 3, 3 over here. See? In Chiron. So the energy of thinking that all is lost, thinking that there's foreverness of separation, of disconnect. It's an illusion. Okay. 3, 3, 3. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just seeing this as we talk. So it's wild for me too. I always have that experience when I'm reading or channeling. I'm just like, holy cow. It comes alive, in the moment. And it's so beautiful to see all of these messages coming through. I didn't even open the ceremony. So I didn't know all this was going to happen. Anyways, very much the energy here of relationships and partnerships and love. Okay. Very strong. All right, let's keep moving. Making our way. January 11th. That seems to be an important date for some reason. I don't exactly know why. Let's take a look if we can see anything. There it is. Earth at 22 degrees Cancer, opposites Saturn at 2 degrees. How funny is that? 2, 2, 2 again. Cancer, okay. Wow. In Aquarius. So this is, oh, wow. Yeah, this is very much, again, with Saturn in Aquarius, with the Earth in opposition here. I do feel something's going to be reflected to us. There's going to be a lot starting to be reflected to us about the new way of being that we want to step into. And there's going to be some realizations, some thoughts, some new energies coming in about the new potential of what could be as opposed to what was and what has been happening. This is very exciting energy. I kept getting that feeling of excitement of what could actually newly be formulating for a potential future and a new society and a new future for yourself and for everyone else. Okay, 2 degrees and 22 here, Cancer and Aquarius, Saturn and Earth. So new future, new possibilities, exciting energies, and realistic possibilities too. It's not just kind of fairy tale land in Pisces. It's in Aquarius and Saturn. Okay, so this is grounded, realistic possibilities with the Earth coming into play and being reflected and shown to us, particularly with Jupiter and Mercury here, conjunct 2 in Mercury and Aquarius. Exciting, tangible, and practical opportunities to help the Earth move forward in an exciting way. Very much so. Very much so. Venus is conjunct the moon here, and they're both making trines over to Uranus and Lilith. So beautiful. So when it comes to, feeling more and more empowered, all right, within yourself, within your creative expression, the more yourself you are, the more wild, free, open, empowered, moving forward, creative, expressive you are, the more it's going to help you feel really good in yourself and also in relationships. This is the whole energy. The more you express that of yourself and let that go and let yourself be yourself, the more that the good things in life that you want to manifest, whether it be love, money, abundance, or just happiness or fulfillment, those will come to you. It's all the energy of that creative expression, but that rebellious, wild, and free expression too. That's very important here. Chiron, we've still got a nice little trine with Juno, so this is a whole month of healing the things that we need to heal in order to make space for that relationship, okay, or that person, or energetically to be able to attract that person if we want that. We've got Sun conjunct Pluto here in Capricorn, and now we've got, still Jupiter and Mercury here, conjunct at 5 degrees here. Okay, we've also got 555 Chiron, Mercury, and Jupiter here with the 222. So yeah, there's a lot of changes happening here. A lot of changes happening that are going to seem abrupt, sudden shifts in the energy that allow for breakthroughs and new possibilities to come through, which are really, really exciting and progressive here. Let's take a look here and see a couple major, next major points. Don't want to take too long with this video. I did want this to be kind of a brief synopsis so you guys can be prepared to know the general energies of what's going on. Also, seem to have found a decent mic fix. I've had trouble with this mic and not knowing how to use it. I feel like this is a good solution here at my desk. So hopefully the audio's satisfactory for you guys. It's been a long time since it's been satisfactory. There's always issues with it. Wow, okay. Got 12-12 here, Pallas and Mercury. I've been seeing 12-12 a lot as well. Still don't have a good grasp on what that is. I feel it's around soul mission, intuitively. And getting the chapter of discovering and really engaging in that soul mission here on Earth. An earthly soul mission. Okay, that makes sense with the astrology. Let's continue on. See if there's any other major alignments coming in. We do have, Mars coming in conjunct with Uranus and Lilith here on the 18th. Starts really on the 16th, 17th, 18th. There we go. It's an exact conjunction here on the 19th. With the moon coming in hot too. Look at that. Wow. Okay, and the 20th here. Pretty significant. Moon conjunct Uranus, conjunct Mars, conjunct Lilith. Plot of fortune in Gemini with the North Node, conjunct the North Node. Awesome. Money is the way forward, guys. Money is the way forward. Abundance is the way forward. Okay, not necessarily in a greedy way. I'm talking about part of your next steps or purpose here is learning to get in touch with the energy of money that will serve you to empower you to do more things with yourself, with that money, and for more people. Money here, that is how money is the way forward. Okay, if you can get in touch with that energy of abundance, generosity, and receiving, okay, what you can receive in exchange for your gifts and being on your mission, that's the energy forward, right? And that's why I can see now, I didn't know this, but I've been called to make this spiritual business mastermind group here for you guys who are interested, because it's time. It's time to take your passion, your spiritual business online and earn from it and monetize it. It's been an amazing journey with me. I've started a month and a half ago, and never in my wildest dreams, pulled in both the money and the audience and the loving support and engagements that I've pulled in. And I'm just having a blast while doing it. And I want to give that gift to you guys in the world. So anyways, if you're interested in that, again, shoot me an email. But shameless plug in the middle of astrology. Sometimes the astrology reminds you to promote yourself. The plot of fortune. All right. So yeah, Mars, Uranus, the moon here, making squares over to the sun and Saturn. You could see here, I mean, it's just basically evolutions of what's been going on. But really for some reason, the first word that came to me was travel when I saw this with the moon, conjunct Uranus, conjunct Mars. Traveling the earth, in order to find empowerment, to feel the freedom, and to feel new exciting possibilities, and the sense of adventure that's returning here. I'm hearing taking back your own power as well, but that's kind of not here on the forefront. We have a lot of squares from these 4 planets, also called a stellium, to the Sun and Saturn here in Aquarius. More energy, okay? More energy of friction when it comes to self-empowerment, taking back your own power, versus that of society, or what society has tried to implement in order to limit or your expression, your power. You know, this could potentially be more censorship, honestly, is what I'm kind of feeling at this point. Censorship, restriction, kind of implementation of this lack of freedom on society, of people. Not going well here with people who are stepping into their own expression of freedom and power here. A lot of friction obviously being created with that. The new rules that are trying to come in here are not fitting well with the energy of how and what the individual needs to feel empowered. That's just what I'm feeling here. With Mercury here in Aquarius trine the North Node, okay? You know, the first thing that came to me here is that these are things that must happen. The sense of restriction around communication or of who and what you are. I feel that's coming in so it can actually break us free. Similarly to what needed to happen in this last relationship cycle that culminated on the 29th of December. This is a thing that's restrictive for the purpose of ultimately empowering us and helping us to realize who we are, what kind of society we really want moving forward from January. So it really is the beginnings of the formulation of individual empowerment and freedom and power within the individual, going against the restrictions and kind of the rules that are coming down from and with society, so that we can learn how to break free and break open from that and still find a way to both empower ourselves, but really formulate what kind of society we would like to have or to be in moving forward. This is an opportunity, honestly, through this restriction, oddly enough, to start to reformulate the rules and to create something brand new. This is a really big. It is. It's quite a. I keep getting like it's an opportunity of a lifetime to choose the truth and the future that you want. All right, 22nd here. It's probably going to have some stuff here. It's 22 of 22, 1. We have the plot of fortune conjunct Taurus here, or the moon in Taurus here, trining Pluto in Capricorn. So what's transforming here, what's trying to be reformulated or coming into a new perspective, all right, is our ability to be self-empowered and create our own material wealth and survival needs on this planet. That is what it's like, the opportunity of how we're going to survive, how it's going to work, how we're going to be able to actually contribute to or create the sustainable wealth and material desires and needs that we want. With Moon and Taurus here with plot of fortune, that is coming into, I feel it's starting to formulate in a good, more positive way. Like, people are going to be more open to, I feel, exploring these creative ways of self-empowerment when it comes to being able to, right, survive and prosper and create the things you want to create in life. Yeah. Moon conjunct plot of fortune trine Pluto here. That's a good one. That's a good one when it comes to, right, people feeling more empowered in the way that they can create their own survival needs within themselves. So kind of a breaking open potentially here. That's what I'm feeling. We've also got the Earth here square Mars and Uranus. And we've still got so these Mars, Uranus, Lilith, they're going to be just squaring the crap out of the sun, of Saturn, Jupiter, right? These planets here for probably the entire month. We've got Chiron trine the Earth as well. So, what can I say? It's a new way of being, a new way of expressing, a new way of formulating our ability to survive and to prosper, to speak our truth, and to go up against the restrictive rules and precedents that have limited us from being able to do that in a way that has been adequate in the past. Questions around how to survive, how to formulate this new way of being in this post-COVID era when it comes to money. Okay, so the questions of should the government redistribute things, should it be more left in the individual's hands, all those types of questions coming up. But it is going to be more what wants to come through spiritually is self-empowerment. It's not, and doesn't, whatever your belief system, that's okay. But it's not about having to rely on a system or anything else to have the ability to survive. It's about your own self-empowerment, finding that and finding a way to express that so that you can rely on your own skills and gifts to survive. That's what this astrology is about. But again, that's in friction with the system that wants to come in. What I can see here, it's a total friction square land with the system that wants to come in with these kind of limitations or precedents that are not that empowering, okay, less empowering. And it's about choosing what we want in that way. All right, let's finish up the month here because I think I've about reached my limit when it comes to channeling and expressing. We're going 46 minutes. Let's see, we've got Moon and Gemini here making an opposition to Juno. Could be some interesting communication here when it comes to an interesting friction communication or hesitancy when it comes to, or fear coming up as well when it comes to the potential actual relationship formulating or partnership. Some things to work through here. Head versus heart, head over heart. Moon and Gemini. We've got Sun and Saturn at 4 degrees here. I forgot to mention this Chiron trine the Earth, okay? Chiron and Aries, Earth and Leo. Again, this is about the healing of what is limiting us from fully expressing who we are on Earth, right? And being self-empowered. So it is about self-empowerment. It really is about self-empowerment. This is why all this systemic change that's happening is in stark contrast. Particularly, see Mars here, the ruling planet of Aries, and Chiron's in Aries. And so Mars here in that square land, it's total self-empowerment versus systemic oversight kind of deal. It's like, what are you going to choose? Are we going to learn to rely on ourselves and be self-empowered, or rely on something else to be that survival? And it just something about that doesn't feel right? So it's in stark contrast here. But anyways, this is what it's all about, right? Learning to, with Chiron trine the Earth, how do you express yourself? What are the ways in which you can express yourself in your present life, healing the restrictions when it comes to that, to find your abundance and prosperity? That's really what it's all about, expressing your own gifts and light, coming into harmony with that. Sarah's conjunct Neptune here, making massive squares over to North Node. Again, logical versus heart and love, choosing logic, okay, versus love and spirituality and insight. It's a balance of both, okay? Find what you're most attached to and kind of balance it out, or see if you can balance it out. And let's go ahead and just move into unless I see anything crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, there it is. There's Lilith conjunct Mars at 11:11. All right, making a square. Yeah, this is again, and then Pluto conjunct Venus, making trines, or sextile to Chiron here, and then Juno here to finish out the month. Coming into a rough conjunction with the South Node, trine the Earth. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, it's about the self here. It's about the self-empowerment. It's about finding freedom, courage, and your own self-expression to find a way to survive, prosper, and thrive. Actually, I got to remember that. My good friend Tim, if he watches this, sorry, Tim, he told me not to use the word survive and use thrive instead. I don't know. There's something about me. I've got Pluto's second house where there's this deep survival instinct inside of me, and it's that survival instinct that drives me forward to thrive, right? So, but I got to stay out of we've got to learn how to survive. But that's kind of where I naturally go. I've got that hunter, that hunter DNA inside, deep inside me. So anyways, thrive, Tim. We've got to find a way to thrive with our abundance here. But finding the courage to do that. And there's the vertex conjunct Ceres at 222. So 2222. So again, a lot of about finding the courage, finding the empowerment, the trust to move forward, find how we are self-empowered with the courage to express ourselves, okay, with Earth and Leo here, to be able to thrive, to gain our abundance and our independence from any new type of way or system that could be out of alignment with that or restricting that freedom or of expression in some sort of way. And knowing that any restrictions or lack of freedom that comes in from any new types of systemic changes is here to ultimately empower us, to help us move forward and to really choose the destiny that we want, as opposed to allowing things to happen in a way that is disempowering. Okay. Last thing I'll say to finish up the month is Juno in a rough conjunction here with the South Node trine the Earth. So positive possibilities and opportunities coming into alignment with our earthbound, soul-driven, soul purpose person here with Juno in the South Node that we have a connection to or purpose with from a past life. All right, this is about soul-connected, for the earth, empowered relationships starting to come into better alignment. Now, as we move over, just take a quick peek here. So we never have them come precisely conjunct, going on a little bit of March, but we do have Juno and South Node coming within 1 degree of one another. Right about here, February 13th. So positive stuff here. Okay, as just know that to me that represents, if you're looking for like when these real relationships are going to start to come into alignment or together, it's going to be moving closer into, right, the next month or two, the next couple months, okay? As Juno moves closer to the South Node and lines up with it, that's going to move everything closer together with your person, the person that you can, if you would like to spend your life with, who's the true deal. Okay. Again, can be the person that you've gone through all this relationship karmic stuff with, can be someone new, but either way, the space is being cleared this month to make way for that conjunction to come into play. That can, you can find true fulfillment here in life and with your mission. But you have to step into your mission first and who you truly are in order to get to that place, right? With all those, that's what we saw. So that has to happen first before any of this relationship stuff can come into alignment and fruition. Okay? So guys, I hope that makes sense. This was a long recording, but we went in deep to the astrology of January 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Helps this channel and video grow so we can guide and reach more people. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. Join the Soul family. We'd love to have you. If you haven't done so already, check out the Patreon page where you can learn how to read astrology, how to read your own birth chart to find your soul purpose and step into your gifts so you can empower the world. And Also, yeah, if you want to join that mastermind group that I'll be creating in early January 2021 to help people take their passion and learn how to monetize it online. Okay, their spiritual-based business or passion, monetize it online through YouTube and online video. Gain your first 1,000 subscribers in your first 90 days and your first $1,000. Registration will be opening very soon. Shoot me an email, brandon.tobias888@gmail.com if you want to learn more about that. Spots are limited. Okay? I love you guys. Let me know what you think of this new astrology series. Again, trying to branch the channel out and see what really resonates and hits. This is definitely one of my passions. I love doing it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. All right? So much love to you all, and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.